Get off your phone, dickhead. We've already started.
Nice to see you again too. Fuck knuckle.
It's hurtful. So, what about this?
Better talk into the mic.
Change of scenery.
This is so comfy.
I know. Here we are.
In here with my boys and the DeLonghi.
Is DeLonghi making the cut? Oh, Lincoln's nodding. So DeLonghi, if you'd like us to do a table read for you, that'd be great. No worries. Live read. You right over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just thinking we should have called that the timer prop DeLonghi.
Oh,
but we call it Ramboner.
I saw that. I saw that in the comments.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Yeah. Here we are in my home office.
Yeah. Thank you, Kate King,
Proprietary Limited.
That's
mate.
it.
Listen,
I did enjoy your email you sent asking for use of the shared workspace.
Well, then I did ask for use of the shared space, but then I had to reschedule. But here we are.
Yeah.
Lounging. Now, all our boxes are being ticked because now there's a fridge in here and a toilet. So I said that'll save us 20 minutes
per episode.
Where you don't have to run across the road every 3 seconds.
True. Thanks to Shout Brewing for the magnificent drop.
Do they give them to us?
No.
Oh, well, shut the fuck up then. Thanks for nothing. Shout. This is the 15th time we've bloody shouted you out.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we really need it.
It's not like they're Rundles who hook us up with slick shirt. You know that shirt Rundles supplied to us for the auction?
Yeah.
Probably worn it 10 times since.
I saw it in a wedding photo the other day.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. So they went to the effort of cutting the sleeves off for us. And then the week after, I was in there asking them to make me sleeves for but not to add to a shirt. You know that gold vest from Loz's wedding?
I'm familiar with it.
So, and it had the...
Can I tell you the story? Right, you tell the people what it is, and then I'll tell you what happened.
So the cast cover, when I broke my wrist,
yes,
and I had the matching cast cover, I then went to a wedding last weekend where I don't even know what the theme was, cocktail something, but I just thought, I want to wear that gold vest. So I went into Rundles with about 2 days' notice and asked them to make
Which was going to be my point. Well, you didn't go in with 2 days' notice. The bit you're probably forgetting is you called Bronwyn when we were leaving from recording podcasting last time.
Yeah.
On I think a Monday.
Yeah.
Asking her, could she organise it for you for the coming Saturday? And I sat there thinking, how's the balls on this bloke ringing up going, here's 3 days' notice. Can you make me a customed item?
What isn't even the worst part? I forgot that I was going to the farm the next day, driving for the week.
I'm also aware of this as well.
So they had to make it and then just wing it because I wasn't there to try it on and size it up. Anyway, I got them to make me some matching Wonder Woman sleeves for the vest. And I said to Andrew, is this the weirdest request you've ever had? He goes, we're 5 generations suit makers, mate. We've never been asked to make Wonder Woman sleeves for a bloke. So...
yeah, I did.
Stoked with it, loved it. Well done, Rundles. Thank you.
I did see Andrew and Bronwyn just after that, and they were telling me about it. And I said, yeah, I was with him when he wanted to, when he was ordering them, and I thought it was a very quick turnaround. And Bronwyn said it was a very quick turn. You know what she's like.
Yeah.
She said, but I like to help out my friends anytime I can.
Good. I already felt like a piece of shit, but
yeah, as well you should.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did, and we didn't really. I don't think we probably shouted it out enough, but they supplied those shirts for our auction because we always like to wear matching shirts. And we were in there doing, I think, the NBN interview for the auction and mentioned that we were going to take off and buy some Larry shirts.
Which we never wear again.
Yeah, and they said, no.
Until this year because we got some
and
good
they said,
ones.
don't do that. We'll give you, go and pick something out and we'll give it to you, which was very, very, very nice of them. And then we went, we don't really want long sleeves. And they said, we'll whip them off and you'll have them ready for tomorrow. So Rundles,
they're too good.
Who are always looking after us, unlike those rascals that shout. Can't you have a word to the bloke?
I do live with him, so I probably could. I don't know what to do with my arms.
I'm just leaning.
Okay.
Do whatever you want, mate.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I was like you.
Yeah, I know you do. New shirt, new kind of fit, kind of fat shirt today.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's this one got?
Oh, if I could be bothered standing up, I'll show you when we finish. It's a big noodle box on the back.
Oh yeah.
But I've just recently I got 3 new shirts and 2 from a recording label called Elephant Tracks, which is one of Australia's great recording. Been around for 26 years.
Yeah.
And they just called it quits. So it was very disturbing to me because there are a lot of great acts that you've never heard of.
No, never heard of them.
What
is it? Elephant Flaps?
Yeah, Elephant Flaps.
Yeah.
Elephant Tracks.
Yeah.
Who are home of The Herd and Earth Boy and Aussie Battler and Hermitude.
None of the above.
But they've just called it quits. So they said, we've got heaps of merch. Quick, jump online and buy it now before it's all gone. So I did. So anyway, point of that story is 5 new T-shirts turned up today, to which I had to tell my wife they were coming and have pledged to, much like Dylan, I've got to
throw 5 out.
500.
Yeah, right.
The cupboard is currently overflowing with T-shirts.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't even put them away anymore because I can't find them if I do. And there's very strong.
I reckon Dylan's still sneaking them into the cupboard because there seems to be an awful shortage of coat hangers and less space than there was a week or a month ago. So,
all right. So should we talk about wedding things?
Yeah, well, I just had a bit of a mad panic because I saw some stories that had been uploaded on
let's start with that.
My profile, which obviously I don't do. Hope from Content Killers does all of my social media.
Yes.
But I had forgotten to mention that one of Saturday's weddings is a surprise
Secret
wedding
squirrel.
At an engagement party. So I've just gone through and seen my travel map and then noticed that it's named the couple and the location, taking all mystery out of it for the guests. So it was only up for about 3.5 seconds before it came back down.
Oh, is it upcoming?
It's on this Saturday.
Copy that.
Which that means nothing to listeners because all these weeks are asked about face. But anyway, hopefully nobody sees it before.
When you say listeners, who the fuck are these listeners?
Well, maybe people going to that wedding. Family and friends, you know.
Of who?
I don't know.
It have to be your family and friends, mate. It's not random family and friends listening to this shit.
True. Although there have been some random people.
There have.
Like very random. People I'd never even met before from the same town I grew up in. And they're like, oh, loving the podcast. Who are you?
Yeah.
And how did you find it?
Well, there's sometimes people go to me like, how's the podcast going? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. I think it's going fucking great. There's only me and 4 people listening, but apart from that, it's great.
Yeah, no.
Now, but back to the surprise wedding thing.
Surprise wedding, yeah. In your experience, how many have actually landed as a surprise?
Yeah, some. I think we were talking to Lincoln there before. It's hard because most people want to try and get all the people they've invited to the event, whatever the event may be that they're calling it.
Yeah.
And once you start trying too hard as a couple to say, oh, no, you've got to be here.
Yeah. The RSVPs come back and say, sorry, we can't make the engagement party.
Or you don't hear anything.
We'll be at the wedding.
Yeah.
No, you have to come. Yeah, it's very obvious.
That's the giveaway.
Yeah.
One of the first ones I ever did was, and it was a bit easy because it was at the people's house. It was pretty low-key. There was heaps of people there, but it was just at their home, low-key, barbecue kind of vibes. But they wanted me there really early for some reason. And this was, like I said, right at the beginning. So I kind of, you do whatever people ask you to do at that stage, as opposed to now where I just go,
get fucked.
Yeah. I don't do anybody out there that wants to talk, I don't do that. I'm a very obliging fellow.
Well, why do you tell me to get fucked so often?
Yeah. You're not paying me to do anything.
True.
So I was like an hour early from when they wanted to get hitched. And then had a lot of questions about who I was and how I fitted into the picture. And at one point, I ended up talking to, like, the guy's dad for conservatively 40 minutes, where I told this whole story about how I was like a long-lost black sheep cousin.
Yeah.
Had kind of estranged myself from the family, but now that I was getting older and had a family of my own, realised how important family was, and I was trying to get back into seeing people and stuff, which is why he'd never met me before.
Yeah.
But he'd be seeing more of me. I was really... And so this mate... And he just kept asking questions, and I just kept fucking lying.
Digging the hole deeper and deeper.
Digging the hole deeper and deeper until finally it got sprung, and the first thing I said was like, whatever his name was, Dennis, so sorry for all the lies I've told you. Some of those things were true. Some of them were the basis of the lie, but mostly lie.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah.
No. And that surprise worked pretty well. There wasn't anybody there that really knew.
I've done a few like that too. married some lesbitarians and had to blend into the crew by telling different stories that tied in with each of their lives.
Yeah, right.
So to the opposite groups of friends. So one was a nurse, so I had to pretend the other partner's friends.
You had something stuck in your bum.
Yeah. That I was part of the hospital crew, and I can't remember what the other one did, but they had to, basically I was a train driver and a nurse or something on the same night to different groups of people. But one through COVID was actually worked pretty well because I turned up in a high-vis yellow vest that had COVID Marshal written on it.
Yeah, right.
And it was at somewhere up in the bay, but at a venue which was it could easily have passed as a as a engagement party space. It was more of a pub vibe than a wedding venue. And so did the old COVID Marshal. Everybody had the shits with me because I had to keep telling them to sit down because at that stage you couldn't stand up with a drink. Yeah. And then...
Because as we all know, sitting down is a well-known COVID preventative.
Because you stop breathing when you're sitting down.
Yeah.
But...
No, stand up, you fucking idiot. You want to get sick?
Yeah, mate, Nathan Lomonaco was doing the music at the engagement party.
Still think it's Lamonaco, but anyway.
I like to make it fancier.
Right. Like Lululemon.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's actually Ruru Remen.
Ruru Remen.
He was there doing the music.
You might have to beep that out. Like, I don't know that we're allowed to make that sound.
Oh, without the context?
Well, regardless, even with the context, I don't think you're allowed to.
Fuck it.
Yeah, right. Very good. Please, anybody that doesn't understand that reference, look up episode 15, I think. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
It'll make sense, and we're good people.
Yeah. We're not. Absolutely not. Yeah, Nathan was doing the music, and I got on the mic and said, I've actually been lying to you all. I'm not a COVID Marshal. I'm
just a prick.
I'm the entertainment. And then he played Pony, and I stripped off the vest and started taking my shirt off, whatever. And as that's happening...
That sounds COVID safe.
The concertina doors are opening, and in the next room was the couple under the arbour, the chairs, everything. Yeah. But everybody was excited. They would cheer whatever to the couple except for one person, and it was Nan in the front row who, out loud, she goes, "Oh, damn, I was hoping I'd see you strip." Didn't give a fuck that it was a wedding.
Yeah.
Just so she hasn't been getting any in the nursing home, but anywho.
So what do you reckon, mate? Are we actually recording? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Sound? I don't like how your shoulders shrugged when I said that. So anyway, we might have to ADR this later, and I'll say all sorts of shit instead.
What's ADR?
Like where you just do the voiceover.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Like
what's ADR stand for?
He's not even a professional. No.
Yes, he is.
He's going to Google
like in the movies where they film like an outside scene and sound shit, and they record the same scene, like they go in the studio and record the thing. It's ADR.
Oh, now you've just ruined movies for me. I thought it was all real.
Yeah, well, that's what I do, mate. I go out of my way. Look, there, I've ruined it. Do you follow that Instagram account?
I did wonder how they got the audio so good on the Titanic, because there would have been a lot of water washing noise. And
I've never seen it. I know what happens. Automated dialogue replacement. There you go. Very good. Listen, because you're closest to the fridge.
Need another?
Yeah. Try not to ruin all the stuff while you... Disgusting.
I'm going to sneak out of there.
Now, is it my turn?
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, of course.
Anyway.
Yeah. So...
Doesn't quite have the same effect when you know it's coming.
No. And that's... So I'm looking in my notes, and all I'm finding is my hashtags for Instagram. Oh, here's one. Here's one that I said we were going to talk about.
Yeah, you rattled off a whole list of things and we never got to any of them.
Yeah, and here's one of them. Gender reveals. I think they're fucking stupid.
Same. I agree.
Absolutely ridiculous. And look, and I see him online. There's a guy I met at a wedding who's a fireworks guy from Sydney, and his bread and butter is like, and they look like they're actually quite spectacular, but I'll just see him and go, absolute madness. Like I watched one the other day, and this is what I don't like about it. So the couple are there, and look, they look cool. They're set up, and and he just provides a service. He's not, providing a commentary on them like we are. But he's got the big box with the big red button, and they hit the big red button, and like big explosion of coloured smoke or whatever. But the one I watched, one of them I watched, they hit the button, the pink smoke goes fucking shooting into the air, and the dad couldn't have looked more disappointed. So recorded forever was this bloke virtually go, fuck, and drop his head and kind of storm off. And I'm like, what is this? And then funnily enough, it was on my list. Mate of mine who lives quite close to me here, between here, like my place and Charlestown, just across the highway. Mm. And he rang me the other day. He goes, can you hear that car going like bird, like doing doughies? I go, no. And he said, and I was thinking to myself, oh, yeah, good old Charlestown Gateshead. Like there's always someone doing doughies.
Yeah.
And he said, and I've looked out off my back veranda.
Coloured smoke.
Pink smoke.
Yeah.
Pink smoke. So they've got the tyres.
Yeah.
And then old mate's got in the cul-de-sac and done a burnout until the fucking smoke popped and...
Yeah.
Just, like, who cares? Are you having a baby? Great. Get excited about having a baby, move on with your life.
I know. And that, like, you can go deep down the rabbit hole, sex versus gender.
Well,
and
yeah.
it makes it even more fucking pointless because
it's all pointless.
gender's got nothing to do with it. But anyway, it's...
All right. Well, that was, to be honest, it wasn't much of a chat because we both said gender reveals.
Yeah.
They're shit, and then we're moving on.
We both agree.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like a gender reveal, write in and tell us why. Oh, speaking of writing in and telling us why, I'm going to do too far.
Yeah. Yep. No,
So,
I didn't want to say anything
obviously,
anyway.
no, good. You're always saying stuff, mate. I hardly get a word in. We posted on one of their recent episodes, obviously we talked about people paying for a blue tick.
Oh, yeah, we got
And
schooled.
We posted then a clip of that on Instagram and got schooled.
At least
Well, I
we
don't know
didn't,
if we got...
at least we didn't get hacked.
yeah, look, I don't know if we got schooled because I don't entirely buy it still.
And I'm still not fucking paying for one.
So for those of you that didn't see it, we thought like paying for a blue tick was a bit of a wank.
Here we go. I'm at 8,000. Help me get to 10,000 so I don't have to pay for it. Could you do that, please?
And so we kind of said it was a bit of a wank. Why would you do that? Just have some self-respect, I think, was virtually the undertone of what we were saying.
Which really would have put a lot of people on
It's just us making more friends and influencing people.
Yeah.
But then some people jumped in and said it was part of a tool that Meta provides. So if you're hacked, you can more easily prove who you are and get your account back.
Isn't that just another money spinning?
Well, that's what I thought. I
Yeah.
thought, hang on, shouldn't you just make a platform that can't be hacked?
Yeah.
Rather than a shit platform where you go, I'll give us an extra.
Yeah.
However, I don't even. What is it? How much is it? Blue tick cost?
Somebody threw around $20 a month.
$20 a month.
Yeah.
Fucking have me account for that.
Yeah. Netflix is $20 a month.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No. Yeah. And so there were certainly people, and then another lady who I think she's actually an officiant who follows us and possibly me on Instagram. When I say officiant, I mean because she's in the States, I think.
Yeah.
And she kind of mentioned that she thought it added a level of professionalism, but I don't know if I completely get on board with that.
I think the opposite.
Perhaps it's because I'm one of the least professional people that's out there.
I mean, I don't wear pants to a lot of weddings.
No,
so I'm not looking for
I wouldn't wear
a
shoes
tick
if
of
I didn't have to.
professionalism.
Yeah. I pretty much only wear shoes to weddings.
I've just done a whole heap of work with SEO and stuff, and you've got to pick
Who's SEO?
Who's SEO?
Yeah, who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah. You said you worked with SEO. Who is that? What?
I don't even know what it is. I can't explain it, but I know you're being a fuckhead.
I'm not. Who is it?
Search engine optimization.
I fucking know that, Lincoln.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like a robot that lives in the back of your laptop or something.
I can tell
I don't
you,
know.
and nobody that knows me well will be at all surprised by this. Never done a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Never paid anyone to do anything. Never looked at it. Never done fucking anything.
Neither had I until recently, and
But why do you? Like, you've got work coming out your asshole. Why do you care? Why would you spend all that money and then still get the same amount of work?
because I want where the work is and when it is
Copy.
to change. Because I do travel a lot. I want to be able to say, all right, June, I'm only doing weddings in the Northern Territory. July, I'm doing WA. August, I'm doing...
And is that a successful... Jesus Christ, right into the mic too. Like, turned your head into the mic and burped.
Well, it's got one of those
And to be honest,
COVID cover things.
if people were running...
Beg pardon.
If people were running a book at home between the two of us of who was going to burp into the mic, it's not fucking you.
True. We're really just breaking down people's expectations here. Back to me. SEO, Oh, God, I can't even remember why we were talking about
No,
it.
because you want to get more jobs in places you want to go.
but we're going back to the blue tick bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Professionalism, being professional, whatever. So I had to answer this questionnaire of all the search words, whatever. They tell me the ones that people do search me, and they want to know the ones I want them to search me.
Yeah.
And there was a very long list of absolutely do not put this anywhere in the copy.
Yeah.
And it was anything that was in line with professional or, because that's obviously not me.
Not your bag.
No, because I don't want people looking for a professional celebrant
And then getting you.
stumbling across my bare naked ass in chaps.
It's a real, and I'm sure all sorts of vendors feel this about their target market or whatever. But I often see, I'm a pretty casual human. I've taken to almost exclusively wearing Air Force Ones to weddings, regardless of how la-di-da it is.
Yeah. Well, I've got it in the contract, boots and whips,
Yeah,
non-negotiable.
I think I'm going to, well, not put it in the contract, but I might put a tick box saying RMs or Air Force.
Yeah, that's good.
But I kind of see these other and I'm not taking shots because it's horses for courses, but who you would say are very professional in like tuxes and like fully schmicked out, and I'm like, oh, am I underdoing it? And then I think,
imagine how much you would sweat with an extra 2 layers on,
bro.
Jeez.
So it's like, and speaking of, it must be my turn again. It's always on my It's always on my list, and I'm going to keep banging the fucking drum. Talking, it's in here in capital letters. Summer weddings.
Actually, that came up. Who did a good post
Nat
about?
Sproul.
There you go.
Which
Nat Sproul.
she's on my list to talk about.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So Nat Sproul is a celebrant from Melbourne, who probably a bit like us, or we're like her. I don't know whether she'd probably like being compared to us.
Lumped with us.
But if she's got something to say, it normally comes straight out of her mouth. Nat doesn't fuck around. And so I think in this weekend just gone in Melbourne, it was particularly hot. I think it was 40 plus down there. And she just did like this really effective post that I think has been shared and liked a cajillion times in the last couple of days.
Yeah, a lot of reach on that one.
Where, she was at a venue and it was 45 degrees. They've got Nan sitting out in the sun. She put it to them that it probably wasn't clever to keep all of your guests out in the sun for an extended period of time, and it was so hot, and the venue and the couple were like, no, it'll be fine. And it wasn't fine. Like, it was a fucking nightmare for everybody involved. And she made a bunch of good points.
Well, she said in her contract she will not stand the rain.
Yeah.
So she's got in there, which I don't, which I wish I did, because I think it was last year, wettest weekend in history down in Kangaroo Valley. And I did a wedding in that bush retreat, right? And it was like a waterfall coming down the rock.
Yeah.
The Rock Cathedral thing.
Although there, it's kind of, I'd nearly do it because it's that cool.
It did look cool,
except
then you've got 100 guests that are absolutely drenched.
Yeah, and I must.
And it wasn't particularly warm weather, so they were all cold. Like, they had the fire going that night in the venue.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, we've all done a 40-something degree wedding,
mate.
full sun, no shade.
And and again, I'll say it again.
Terrible.
So Plan Bs shouldn't just be about the rain; they should be about it being stupidly fucking hot and making all your guests sit. So the problem is,
I should say that one at Kangaroo Valley, fucking loved it.
Oh yeah,
I'm not shitting on them, but it was just one of those.
They controlled the rain.
Yeah, that's it. It was just one of those. If maybe looking back, they might have changed the tune and wanted to have it inside.
Yeah, but it's the trouble is, and this is a much broader problem, and that I'm going to fucking rant about.
Are we going to global warming?
Well, no, that's actually kind of links in at the end. But people have this outdated European idea of weddings of spring, summer, 3-piece suits, all the bullshit, and we don't live in fucking Europe.
No,
we live in Australia, where it's fucked.
Yeah.
It's like the devil's asshole most of the year, and everybody still goes, "Oh, English garden party," and I'm not like, there's going to be people that I've married and coming up that it's going to be hot. I'm not swinging at any of you specifically. This is a broader, like, everybody in Australia does exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I think more and more I'm speaking to couples who are going, "Oh no, we're doing it in April or May or June." Because it makes more, because it's easier to put a coat on than it is to fucking get cool when it's 43 degrees.
Yeah.
You've just like
Well, maybe venues will start doing well. You know, like we don't book as many weddings. I've actually got none December, January at all.
yeah, I
this
take
year.
a bunch of December,
and
January off.
it'll be my first time having both months completely wedding free, and I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, I stop about mid-December and normally don't go back till nearly the end of January. I've been trying to axe January altogether, but there's been a bunch, like COVID was like, oh, well, I can't afford to take a whole month off now.
Yeah.
And then like this year we're going away, so I did a few this year, and they were like, one of them was 43 at a venue that we've described as hot before, and I won't mention it again. But
What is it? As hot as the devil's asshole or something?
That particular day, 1,000%.
I like hotter than the devil's dick. That's my go-to.
But yeah, just people out there. I know that like the wedding routine is that everybody's in a fucking black coat and tie, and they're out in the November sun, and that's what you do. But it doesn't have to be like. And there's no. But there's, sorry, the only thing I was going to say, there's no guarantee. Like people go, oh, the weather's going to be nicer. Then what? Then sunny 20 degrees and no rain, or boiling hot storm, fucking hot till midnight.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know.
You add that 3-piece suit to a portaloo.
Oh.
That's a recipe for disaster.
And, you know, again, vendors don't want to do it. Like, you know, example, videographers, they've got a bunch of sensitive equipment. I'm sure as shit they don't want to be leaving it out in 45 degrees. You know, batteries start going, lenses start fogging up. Like, it's all like, it's just, there's no good part of it. And for the sake of you think that the photos will be nice because it's sunny is bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you looking at me for? You got a particular look at where you think I'm getting wound up. I am getting wound up, but you know why?
And we're on.
No,
we're off and racing.
And you know why? Because I'm going to save the rest of me rant for the next 14 fucking episodes where I bring it up again. What's the time, Lincoln?
That's 27 minutes.
27 minutes. Have you got something short to squirt out?
I do. Let's play a recording. And I don't know if I've played this.
Do I know about this?
No. I don't know if we've played it before. Now I've got to not fuck this up like the last time. Put it straight in the mic, and you'll know straight away if you've heard it, but I think it's a classic piece of radio history that I'm surprised it ever got fucking aired.
All right.
Here we go. Oh,
I'll pop you over here with the technology.
it's a fucking ad.
What do you mean?
Hang on, we're on.
A major hurricane, Hurricane Shazza, and earthquake measuring 5.8 on the Richter scale hit Windale in the early hours of Friday with its epicentre in Lake Street, Windale. Victims were seen wandering around aimlessly muttering "f***ing hell." The hurricane decimated the area, causing approximately $30 worth of damage. Several priceless collections of mementos from the Bushwhackers Hotel, happy hour sessions and raffles were damaged beyond repair. Three areas of historic burnt-out cars were disturbed. Many of the locals were woken well before their Centrelink checks arrived. The Windale Whisperer reported that hundreds of residents were confused and bewildered and were still trying to come to terms with the fact that something interesting had happened in Windale. One resident, Tracy Sharon Smith, a 15-year-old mother of 5, said it was such a shock. My little Chardonnay Mercedes came running into my bedroom crying. Kevin and Jason slept through it all. Apparently looting, muggings and crime was unaffected and carried on as normal. The Australian Red Cross has so far managed to ship 4,000 crates of Bacardi breezes.
I could drop some off here.
Stricken locals. Rescue workers are still searching through the rubble and have found large quantities of personal belongings, including healthcare cards, jewellery from Kmart and bone china from Big W.
Where is that from? That can't have been on the radio.
I think it sounds legit.
Well, yeah, but
unless it was on something
I
like
can
this.
sound legit, mate, and I'm the most least legit fucking idiot getting around.
14 years ago.
Also, you know, we are barely 4 streets away from Windale, where we're sitting right now. I'd say once this goes out, your car will be looted next time we're fucking here. All right, on that fucking bombshell.
Oh, I love it. Classic. Bye. I looked at the wrong camera.
So hey, that'll make the end of it.
Yeah,
that'll make the end of the thing. Righto, very good.
Fucking hell.